2023, a new year, a brand new update about this channel. Unfortunately, this video isn't really nothing special. It's just me once again giving another update towards the channel to talk about some of the things I plan on posting in the near future. In the background, you're probably going to see some kind of gameplay. Not necessarily sure what it is, but let's hope it's some good gameplay. In the original update video that I posted, I listed off a couple of videos that I had planned for the channel already to talk about a couple of things. Of course, we did the 2K22 review, which I appreciate the support on that video, as well as the support on my, looking at AEW Fight Forever and giving my thoughts. I know that I've said the words a lot because you guys wouldn't stop talking about it, so I don't care. I appreciate the support for anybody who sat through me just talking about a wrestling game that still doesn't have a release date yet. There was one video in particular that I had to actually cancel for the rest of my channel, and it was the Saints Row Wrestling References video, which I'll get to the reason why I had to cancel in a moment, but let's just, move on to some of the other things that I have planned for this channel. Some of those things include possibly talking about WWE 2K23 and any of the information that comes out whenever any kind of announcement or trailer is going to drop for the game, as well as more coverage of AEW Fight Forever and hoping for the potential, release date of that game as well. And I'm trying to keep my fingers crossed, hoping that we potentially get our copy of the game for the Nintendo Switch, because I want to be able to stream it for you guys, for anybody who might be on the fence of getting the game on the hybrid console itself. And I still want to get the game. I still want to be able to play it on the go, as well as while I'm on vacation and if I'm doing other things, and I feel like everybody else should be doing the same thing. So that's one thing I want to do. And speaking of Fight Forever, there's really not that much we can actually talk about the game as of recently, because there's no new information. We still don't have a release date. We still don't know the entirety of the roster. But there is one thing that I can talk about, and that is the status of CM Punk in AEW Fight Forever. This is an article that actually comes from Sportskeeda. I believe that's how Sportskeeda, however you say it. It was an article that was written in early December, and it states the following. AEW has confirmed to Sportskeeda that CM Punk has not been removed from their upcoming Fight Forever console game. Ahead of the title's February release, an image of supposed marketing sleeves for the game was posted onto Reddit. They featured currently absent AEW star CM Punk and an M for mature rating, despite the title being advertised as rated T for teen. The post sparked several questions, chiefly those surrounding CM Punk's appearance after the infamous Brawlout incident. Of course they call it Brawlout. Okay. The Cult of Personality is yet to return since All Out, and he was also omitted from the last trailer. This is despite seemingly being revealed as one of the cover athletes in the original showcase trailer. Now, I will say this is kind of an interesting article, considering the fact that they talked about the game releasing in February, and right now that's the currently rumored potential release window for the game. I'm not going to sit here and say it's going to come out in February. I'm not going to try to confirm that. I'm not an official source, and this, I can understand and trust this to be a possibility of Punk not being removed for the game. Any character that's been showcased, and I'm pretty sure Tony Khan said this, any character that has been showcased in the game itself, they're still going to be in the game, no matter what. So, I don't see Punk getting deleted from the game. I'm pretty sure he's still there. And yeah, that's basically it. Speaking of video games that have lacked any sort of news whatsoever, WWE 2K23, hey, that game is happening, I guess. Yeah. According to Pro Wrestling Insider, as well as several sources who have seen this exact article, multiple WWE superstars have been spotted in Los Angeles filming a commercial for the game, including the likes of Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, Bianca Belair, Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, and Johnny Gargano. Speculation has it that the trailer will possibly release around the same day or around the same time as the Royal Rumble, which is on the 28th of this month, and I hope to see some kind of information about the next game, as well as I'm pretty sure you're hoping to see any kind of information about the next game, because 2K constantly is just secret and just quiet about everything when it comes to their games, and I'm not really that big of a fan of that specifically. That's why I don't necessarily hype them up or talk about them as much, because they are very secretive and don't necessarily talk about anything when it comes to their games, and I just don't like that. I don't like that being the case. But that's a whole different thing for a completely different story. Finally, let's talk about the video that I was supposed to make about wrestling references in Saints Row. And there's a kind of a reason why I haven't tried to record or make any kind of videos whatsoever. And before anybody says it, no, it doesn't have to do with the newly released reboot. In fact, I actually played it, and it's definitely not that great of a game. I'm not gonna try to review it or talk about it for the rest of this channel. I'm not even gonna focus on it.
Nice. You did say we need to have our fingers in more pies.
I've got that covered. I spent the whole day baking my ass off. Okay, fine. They're empanadas.
That's not a pie.
It's in the pie family.
Let's just move on from that. The reason why I haven't necessarily made any kind of effort to start anything in relation to that video is because of an update that they did to Saints Row 4. I did record footage for Saints Row the 3rd. I was gonna start recording footage for Saints Row 2, and then I realized that around December, Deep Silver decided to roll out a brand new update for Saints Row 4, turning the original base game into Saints Row Reelected, meaning that it was going to have all the advancements of the Xbox and PS4 versions of the game, giving players all of the DLC, so that way they're not missing out on any of the other stuff if they just bought the base game separately and without any of the DLC whatsoever. Unfortunately, this update did multiple things. Those things include breaking the game, installing the Epic Games launcher, and any kind of scripted mods that you had to where you could use certain animations and literally anything to make your gameplay experience different, so that way you can do unique things that you can't do in the vanilla version of the game. It's basically broken, and the only way you could do that is reverting to the Legacy Edition, which sometimes doesn't even work. And because of this update, I'm scared to even touch the game on Steam to try to capture footage for the game, so unfortunately it's gonna have to get canceled. Now, I could just record it on the PS5 version, but it's not the same, and I would just rather have everything done on one specific platform, so that way I could get the job done. So that's kind of the reason why I'm canceling that video specifically. Also, the Saints Row reboot is absolute dog water. Don't even purchase it. It's not worth the investment. I spent money on the game day one, and I can't even get my money back. And it actually hurts because I've always been a fan of the Saints Row games. I've been a fan and playing the game since I was in middle school. I started with Saints Row 2, and that was one of my favorite games in the series. I did like 3. I also did like 4, despite the reception those games had. And yeah, that's all I can really say about those games specifically. But yeah, but that doesn't mean I plan on not covering other video games on this channel. I do still want to cover wrestling games specifically, but I do want to take a look at some other games that aren't necessarily talked about as much. So we're going to take a look at a few games in the near future. I don't know when. I don't know when those videos will be made, and I don't know if I'll actually have time to make them. I'll also try to stream more. I do plan on doing that. I don't know if I'll probably do like a couple of test streams, but actually that might be I still gotta look into that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please do me a favor and like this video. Tap that bell for notifications once you hit the subscribe button, so that way you're notified anytime I'm uploading a video, or you can customize it to where you could set it to specific uploads, so that way if I'm covering something like AEW, or if I'm covering something like WWE 2K, or just literally any kind of video game whatsoever, you guys can, or if I'm streaming. So thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got something out of this, and yeah, Happy New Year. Before the video ends, I kind of need to talk about something really quickly, and that is the passing of Jay Briscoe, who unfortunately died in a car crash, and this was kind of devastating and shocking to me. I wasn't that big of a fan of Ring of Honor as a product. I'm not the biggest Ring of Honor fan in the world, but I did watch their shows a lot. I want to say around 2013, 2014-ish, around that time. And there was a time where I ended up going to a Ring of Honor show because I did enjoy the product. I enjoyed watching the matches at that time, and I actually did get to see Jay perform live in the main event of, I want to say it was Global Wars Spectacular for Ring of Honor. It was one of the shows that they did in my hometown, and it was just a great match. I believe they tore down the house. It was like the main event. It was him versus Bandito, and it was just a spectacular match. And I just wanted to say that this was a thing that absolutely devastated me and just a lot of people in the wrestling world, especially the wrestling community. And, you know, I just wanted to put this in the video because, you know, I didn't want it to go unrecognized. That match, by the way, was a match that absolutely tore the house down. It's just unfortunate to see a person leave this earth way too soon. I do wish nothing but the best for Jay Briscoe's family. I hope they are able to stay strong in such a tragic moment, because this is just, it's something that's sad to see, and we don't like to see it. So, Jay Briscoe, you will be missed. May you rest in peace. With that being said, my name is Dende. I'm sorry to end the video on a somber note. You guys have a great day. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I don't know when that will be, but it will be happening soon, so I'll see you then.